Matawale there. Ghana works better when we all play our part. So remember to pay your TV license fee. Star 447 star 333 hash. Star 447 star 333 hash. That's how you pay. And this is from the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, reminding all business operators, especially foreign nationals, that Ghana's primary investment law, the GIPC Act 2013, Act 865, strictly reserves the sale of goods and services in the market areas for Ghanaians and Ghanaian-owned enterprises only. Moreover, Section 27(1)(a) of the GIPC Act prohibits foreign nationals from engaging in petty trading, hawking, or selling goods in a stall at any place. The GIPC is also urging all businesses with any foreign ownership, no matter how small, to register with the center as mandated by law. And it's also calling on all stakeholders to comply with these regulations as they collectively work to build a fair and enabling business environment for all. For details on how to do business in Ghana, you can visit their website, gipc.gov.gh, or call the telephone number 0302 66512529, 0302 66512529. You can also follow the center on the social media handles at GIPC Ghana on all platforms for regular updates. GIPC says you should remember that Ghana remains open for business. Get ready to sing your heart out under the city lights. Join for an unforgettable evening of music, laugh, and great vibes at the Moving Pick Restaurant, Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel, Ankrah. Whether you're a seasoned performer or just love cheering from the crowd, our karaoke night promises an experience like no other from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. for a cool 410 Ghana cedis per person. The Phoenix Restaurant at the Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel is the venue. 16th August 2025, every third Saturday of the month. For reservations, you can call 030-261-1000 or 059-691-3944. Numbers again, 030-261-1000 or 059-691-3944. You can also go to Beer Week from the 4th to 10th August, one-to-one bar inside the Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel, and you can unwind, relax, and enjoy the perfect beer time combo. The combo includes 2 small draft club beers, loaded beer plates featuring chicken wings, potato wedges, onion rings, grilled sausage bites for a cool 279 Ghana cedis per person. Weekdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and weekends 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So whether it's a casual after-work catch-up or a weekend hangout, this combo brings the flavor and the fun. One-to-one bar inside the Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel. For reservations, you can call 030-261-1000 or 059-691-3944. Numbers again, 030-261-1000 or 059-691-3944. Now, here are what the front pages of the newspapers are saying. The Ghanaian Times, Asantehemaa passes on at age 98, and we can see a photograph of her at the top page there. Government invites tributes for victims ahead of Friday's funeral. Book of condolence vigorously fights galamsey to honor memories of helicopter crash victims. Let's focus on eternal values, not temporary gratification. Assemblies of God Church speaking there. The details in today's Ghanaian Times newspaper. The Daily Graphic, Prophecies, is the banner headline. Christian leaders urge caution. And on forensic testing, Ghana's DNA profiling capability limited. Lab scientists speaking there. We can see photographs of Speaker of Parliament and the Presidential Envoy for Interfaith and Ecumenical Relations with the story on Prophecies. The Asantehemaa Nana Konedu Yadom passing away at 98 is also there. Asantehemaa says the one-week observance will be on August 21. Shelter Afriyie ordered to pay Blue Rose for breaches. You can find details in the Daily Graphic, today's edition. The Chronicle, Kwabena Japan wants by-election scrapped, proposes a political convention, and the engineer is a guest on our table this morning. Soon after the headline segment, he'll be telling us about his vision for a new dawn for the NPP and Ghana. Catch that conversation More stories on the front page of the Chronicle. Ganja smoking cop pulls rifle on colleagues to allegedly prevent arrest of narcotic suspects at Adabraka. And of course, the Asantehemaa passing on is also on the front page. Nana Ama Koduah-Yiadom III is the late Asantehemaa. The Chronicle has the stories and more. The Daily Guide, leading at the banner with a helicopter crashed after 3 attempts to land. Kumasi Mayor speaking there, Mr. Richard Ofori-Agyeman pictured with that story. NPP pulls out of Tamale Central by-election yesterday. We saw a statement by Mr. Justin Koduah-Frimpong and Asantehemaa. Nana Ama Koduah-Yiadom III passes on is also on the front page of the Daily Guide. 2 arrested for possessing 519 parcels of narcotics. Soldiers, 6 others remanded over fuel tanker robbery. The details in this paper, the Daily Guide. The Dispatch, it pains me to think of them reduced today merely to names. His Excellency the President attributed with this story. Perhaps the helicopter tragedy will also be a lesson in healing Ghana. And Mr. Chachuchi Kata is speaking there, who has served 50 years at the bar and is celebrating. You can get details in the Dispatch. How a Momo fraud from Nsawam prison tried to scam the IGP, Dr. Christian Tete Yohono. Bold man there indeed, trying to scam. Perhaps they didn't know it was the IGP's number, but to tell you that some people will go to all ends. The helicopter crash is also on the front page of the Dispatch. Chief of Staff rallies Ghanaians to unite in tribute to the fallen 8. You can get details in today's edition of the Dispatch. The business analyst, Atuyabo Gas, plans to undergo 2-week maintenance shutdown. That announcement was made yesterday. Police services helicopters are flying coffins still grounded. Defense Committee members speaking there. Do not allow children near wood fuel fires. And Kopot Wakuke NPA urges mothers. There's Asantehemaa Nana Koduah-Yiadom III passing away at 98 is also on the front page. But the banner is on credit inquiries soaring to record levels in 2024. BOG report indicates that's today's Business Analyst newspaper. And those are all the front pages we'll be sharing with you for today. Let's go to Titi and hear what her guests have to say for the big stories of the day. Titi.
Thank you so much, Thelma, for those headlines. You can see all across board, Ghana still mourning on the stories of the 8 fallen heroes from that tragic helicopter crash all across the newspapers. So welcome to the newspaper headlines discussion segment. Thank you for staying with us for this while. My guest this morning in the studio, Mr. John Kuku Johnny, is a forensic psychiatrist specialist. Mr. Johnny, good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning, Ms. Matete, and hello to everybody.
Right, absolutely. Professor Daniel Bruce is also a clinical psychologist, and he's our friend on the table. Welcome
good morning.
To the table.
How are you? Fine.
Okay. I would like us to go to the phone lines because I'll come to you so that you can tell me where you were when you heard the news and how you've been dealing with the loss so far. But our correspondent in Tamale is standing by now to give us some updates on the Adua that's being held for the former Minister of Environment, Science and Technology in the Tamale Central constituency. Friends, family, sympathizers have gathered for a joint prayer, the Muslim Adua. Okay, when we do get him, I think that we're having issues with the lines. We'll connect with Murtala Issa. Let me begin with you, Bruce, then. Where were you when you heard the tragic news?
Oh, yes. Very tragic indeed. That Wednesday, I was at Osukuku Hill in our Presbytery Church office. Then our synod clerk came and said, have you heard the news? I said, what news? And so there was some helicopter crash and some people died. You know, these days, some news are fake news. So when I heard it, I said, no, until I hear from GBC radio, there's no way I was going to believe that. So I shut off my ears from it. I've never heard anything until I got home. The 6 o'clock news that
at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Prof. Bruce. We have him on the phone lines now so that we do not lose. Murtala Issa. Hello, Murtala. Good morning. I'm sure it's a very somber mood right where you are at the Adua of the late former Minister of State Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Murtala. If you can
Good morning,
tell us.
thank you very much. We're coming to you live from the family house of the late Minister for Environment and Science and Technology, Honorable Murtala Mohammed, MP, Tamale Central Constituency. If you can hear me, you can see in the background the grounds is getting set for today's event, which is the 7th day Adua or funeral, the 3rd day Adua of the late brother NP son. We have some family members here. We have the elder brothers of the late Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. Alhaji, first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
It must be a very difficult period for you. So share with us. What's the day going to be like today?
What we are going to do today is to thank God that the burial has been successful down in Ankrah on the Islamic way. We have moved the funeral here to Tamale for the 3 days which is supposed to be performed today. On Sunday, we respect 3 days. The day the body gets to the ground, we count the first day, the second, and today is the 3rd day, which we are doing the final Adua on Islamic condition of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So tell us, how is the day going to pan out? What is that time exactly are we starting this? Are you starting this funeral?
Start exactly 9 to 10. The imams will come and preach us the principles of Islam and the guidance of the Holy Quran, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So you have been hearing the brother of the late Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Murtala, Tamale Central MP, who died in the tragic plane crash, telling us that today's funeral, the 3rd day dua, and he explained that the days are counted from the day the person is buried, and today happens to be the 3rd day. Now, when this event, the crash occurred, the expectation was that they'll be bringing the body to Tamale to bury, but he was finally buried by the state in Accra. How did the family take this?
We have nothing to do, because if a brother belongs to politics, he's an asset to the government and the family. So we keep the conclusion that we have accepted what the government wants. So that's why we accepted both families and the government to bury him in Accra, leave a state burial, so leave the funeral for us. We come back to Tamale and perform our 3rd Adua, which is final today.
So after today, there is no any other activity, 7 days, 40 days?
No, after today, there's nothing like 7 days, 40 days.
Alhaji, I want to thank you very much for your time. You have been speaking to us live on the GTV breakfast show, and you have heard the elder brother, and he's surrounded by other brothers of the family, and we'll be back to you subsequently around 9 a.m. and then we'll talk to you live again on Ghana Television. Alhaji, thank you very much. So you can see the grounds, preparations earnestly underway. They are setting the grounds. The spinners, the microphone, everything is set. We have chairs for dignitaries who are supposed to be arriving here any moment from now. And the family says that they expect this to be the very final activity that involves the late Murtala Mohammed. They are performing today, being the 3rd day funeral, the 3rd day, and it is also the final funeral rite of the late Murtala Mohammed. Back to you in the studio, Accra.
Thank you so much, Murtala Issa, Northern Region corresponding for us and bringing us live pictures in Tamale Central of the 3rd day Adua. That's joint prayers, Muslim prayers by the family, the constituents, sympathizers and governmental officials. The passing of the late Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and that was the senior brother Murtala spoke to, Alhaji Muhammad Baba Ibrahim, surrounded by his other brothers, the senior brother of the late Minister. Prof. Bruce, come back to you on where you were.
Yeah, so when I heard the news, I said, oh, what has happened? I know we have the meteorological services that gives us the weather warning. Every morning we hear it. What might be the cause? But well, I was still waiting to hear the details as the days unfold. Well, we accept it like that. We cannot say anything so much, neither do we blame anyone. We are told that circumstances has no respect for feelings. Whatever will happen and has happened. But because Mutala resembles one of my close pals, he's also not more alive. He was called Mr. Kojoahin from Nchomba in Western region. If you look at this man and Mutala, you think they are the same father, same mother. The face, everything looks like the same. So anytime I see Mutala on the television, I say, wow, God is so wonderful that they are so far apart, but they look exactly the same. So I believe that God has some people who look alike, but they don't belong to the same family. But when you put them together, you know that these are same creations. Now, coming to think of him, anytime I heard him on Radio Gold, Alaji and Alaji, his submissions are very, very insightful. And the way he speaks English, I mean, as if he manufactures it himself. Only for me to know that he was trained as a teacher. And as a teacher, you should have control and mastery over your communication skills. So I think he was such a gem, and losing him at this time is painful. But you know, I went through a very terrible situation some time ago, and I think I suffered depression. But God miraculously healed me through a book written by a Muslim. The book is entitled Don't Be Sad, and it was written by Dr. Ait Al-Kani. It's a book of 467 pages, covering various topics, throwing Islamic perspective on whatever situation you can find yourself in. That book, I recommend it strongly to the bereaved families and everyone to read that book. Don't be sad. I champion the sale of that book. And the Muslim brother whose store I was buying the book from, he asked me whether I'm a Muslim. I said, I'm not a Muslim. And he said, why? I said, no, if you know what is in this book, you will not ask me this question. And he said, oh, you will never be surprised if one day I became a Muslim. And if you read that book, nothing in this life will make you think negatively. The Quranic quotations are used to support everything you read. There is no way you should be sad. Whatever the circumstance, there is something positive in it. And it's coming from Allah. So I want to console the family of the two Muslim brothers who were buried on Monday with a quotation from Quran, chapter 22, verse 46. Okay. That people who pass on through this manner, they are promised paradise. So I hope their souls will find place in paradise. And people who will also think that maybe it's a punishment from God and all that, Quran also says no, it's not a punishment. It is the will of Allah. So they can also take Quran chapter 89, verse 15 to 16. That God can raise you high and can bring you down. It is His will. Yours is to obey. So my condolences to them. And may they read this book, Don't Be Sad. Don't be sad. And they shall be healed to the glory of Allah.
Okay, Amen. Do you have any fond memories of Dr. Omani Buama as well?
Dr. Omani Buama, I have never met him in person. I saw him quite a number of times on news files from Joy FM TV. And, you know, he is not like Mutala who speaks fluently and all that. His words are very heavy. But he takes his time to explain the facts. I was not comfortable when he was being interviewed and this minority leader was worrying him.
During the vetting?
During the vetting. I said, why? He grilled him, only for him to say that when you become a minister, don't forget my quota. You remember that? The minority leader said it. I said, of all that you have worried this man, then it means you people, he can give you quota for you to send people to be enlisted in the Ghana Armed Forces. So why are you pursuing him like that? If you know you are going to demand a favor from him, knowing very well that they knew each other and they know that he was a generous person.
Or maybe it was a joke in passing, you know.
So good things must be put to fire. That is how I saw the vetting. And he has actually displayed himself. The Ghana Forces itself, they are praising him. That he has brought a lot of transformation. If he had lived long, a whole lot of things have. The presidential jet that he sent to France for repair is one of his attempts to retool the Ghana Armed Forces. But only for him to go that way. I mean, we only have to submit to God. My condolences to the family, and God would definitely give someone to replace him for the family and for the state. So may their souls rest in peace. And we wait for Friday that we'll all join the state
burial,
to
the state burial as well. Mr. Johnny?
Yes, so I think last week when I came here, you remember I said we were going to have a program with the Chief of Staff at the Legon Sports Center. So I think it was that day, that morning, I went to Jamestown with the Dodo Concerns to meet Manchua, where this drumming group, they were supposed to be coming there to display. So we were going to have a chat. Apparently, they came to go to the venue. I got the dates very wrong, but that was no problem. So after having a few conversations with them, I went home. But just as I got to, somebody called me to say that an incident had happened and that I must switch on the television. And I said, God damn it, what the hell has happened here? You know, I've been trained through my work for years that I will be shocked, but I'm not too surprised as to incidents like that and death. Because I've been in the health sector for a very long time, I've seen death so many times, some very violently and catastrophic of this, which causes so much trauma, even for those of us who are supposed to be handling and talking to relatives. And
consoling.
it is. I feel pity for you now, because for the past few days, you've been talking about this over and over and over and over again. I'm wondering the sort of stress it can cause you. And I can see from your face the crying and the emotional turmoil that has gone on. May God bless you. Be restful. Be at peace with yourself, and it will be well. Around this time, you have to. There's no words that you can use to pacify people. You know, you have to be. Your communication skills will have to be a bit sullen. Your touch will have to be petty, and give comfort, reassurance, and hope to not only the bereaved families, but co-workers and friends who are also grieving over this matter. It's a terrible incident. We don't wish it on anybody, but that's the way it is. It has happened. And therefore, we have to pull up our socks and do something that will be in remembrance of this incident. It's so important. If we don't do that, it is like an omen on us now. This incident is like an omen. And for our forefathers and our ancestors, you know, Africans believe a lot in their ancestors. They go to church, they go to all their faiths, but at the end of it, they go to their ancestors to look for respite. You see this in how we pour libations and the things that we say, that they went to do something, they didn't get there. Hold them in your bosom, look after them, and we'll meet one day. These incidents are very, very important, and how we manage what has happened. I suspect that with time, it's only time. The word time is very important, and then we'll rest and come to peace with ourselves.
Okay. I want both of you, Mr. Johnny, and do you believe that this incident would have hit us so much that we sit down at the table and decide that because they were going to launch a scheme that was going to reduce or end galamsey. Do you think that we are appreciating the martyrdom these people called to serve Ghana, losing their lives in this manner? We would sit down and then talk about ending this canker?
You know, we've talked about this. So for the past 10 years, I have been talking about it. And I met Dr. Manibuama at Mr. Adegoke's funeral a few days before the incident, about 3-4 days before the incident, at the State House. And I said to him, I'll be coming over to have a chat with Mr. Oh, come over to the office. So I was supposed to talk about something else. And so I says to myself, how did they get onto the aircraft to this incident? I just couldn't believe it. This galamsey matter is a canker. It's an omen on us. And we've been talking here about the sort of strategies that we'll have to use. And at a certain point, I said, recce the grounds, reconnaissance job. Get rid of these people. You know, we have 33 million people in Ghana or more, and we have about 3 million people in Galamsey. Government has a job to do a balancing act. You have to do what appeases the majority of the people. And around this time, the 30 million people are more important than the 3 million people who are causing this mayhem. It's not even them. It's the big boys who hide behind to create this.
The kingpins.
Shame on them. Shame on them. And you know, for me as a Ghan, when we pour libations, when people are dead and they are going, we say, if it is your death, let it be. If it is somebody who sits somewhere to make you die, then you come and take that person with you. Come and take him with you. You know, this is a terrible incident, shouldn't have happened. But that's the way it is. We'll have to be strong and move forward. And then I will hope that from now on, from the president and his men around him, will look at a strategy. You know, when we went to Boku, the military went to Boku, have you heard a fly flying around there? Not a fly. It's the same thing we have to do with this incident. Vacate the place.
I saw a video of them yesterday. The police went there for an operation, and the boys just jumped into the same water that they had polluted to swim away. But they grabbed them. I'm sure some escaped, but they grabbed about 5 of them.
It's only the military who can solve this problem. They have to go and wreck it, get the laws, whatever they have to do together, and let's get it done as quickly as possible. But now you don't have an excuse not to do it anymore. Right. Majority of Ghanaians voted for NDC to come to power. It is the very reason why we have to do things to please the people.
Play the role.
Yeah. This guy I'm saying, the incident. So I decided to journey on human behavior. Why is it that some people, their wish is to cause havoc in the world? Things that are not good, they were engaged in doing them. They just want their evil expectations to be met, their evil wants to be supplied, and their evil needs to be satisfied. So I reflected on one, the First World War and the Second World War. These were orchestrated by human beings just to kill other human beings. Look at the effect we have now on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That huge place that will be used for agricultural production and for residential purpose is laying bare now as a result of wickedness of human beings. Look at the Tutsis and the Hutus. Human beings visiting evil on themselves. Part of Congo, people were just worshipping in a chapel. People went there, killed them in the chapel. What was their offense? Coming to Ghana, look at Ukraine and Russia. Why? Just human beings, they are just happy killing each other, making life sorrowful and painful for people. We have the Nkonyas and the Alavanyos, they have had their shares and they are still there. The Chitos and the Pekis. I mean, then this galamsey. Look at what has happened. God has given us gold. If you don't have the appropriate way of mining the gold, why don't you go and learn it? The river bodies that God has given all of us, these people, because of gold, they don't care to destroy it like we say it in this bottle. They don't care. So these people, I keep on saying that if you want to have mercy for them, they will rather destroy you.
That's true.
So let's take a very proactive action and defend the cause of these people who lost their lives for going to do something good so that we can all have our water to drink. Dr. Omani Bon is the eastern region. Go to Enyinam. There's a river flowing from Konongo area to that. Look at that river. It's not good for anything. As for eastern region, they don't have any river again. Go to Konongo town. There's a stream there that animals drink. It is polluted heavily. You can be on the street and you look at it. People dug holes and a woman, nursing mother, wanted to visit the washroom to ease her pressure. Before she fell into a big deep in Konongo there. Why all this gold thing bringing that so many deaths and people don't care? So you see, we have to be very strong. Otherwise, these people, they will destroy.
Right.
So they may be happy. Yes, you want to come and disturb us now. You see.
My last interview with the Minister for Environment, he mentioned how Ghana had more excavators than any other African country.
Yes.
He also talked about how very soon, if we are not careful, our cocoa and our products will be tested for all these chemicals.
Sure.
And our water bodies. And he said there's a serious pandemic that is, facing us.
Yes.
And he, as the minister, was going to handle it head on. He was going to do intersectoral, interministerial meetings with Honorable Haruna Idrisu for the education bit, the defense minister bit, and all of that. But unfortunately, he lost his life. So that's hopefully.
It's the same thing on vegetables that we send to the EU. And then for quality assurance and standard setting, they'll tell you, there's a little ant in your... So we reject all of these goods there. The cocoa sector, which is an area that was bringing us a lot of foreign exchange, is an area that we cherish. We've cherished for many, many years. How people can sell cocoa lands for galamsey, I can't even understand it. So I think we need to have strategies to reclaim the land. If we'll have to sort the land out and replant it again, I think we can do it. We can do it for the next generation.
All right.
Can I quickly jump on the helicopter?
Okay.
And what I think we should be doing, because I've watched about 100 programs on air crashes. And you ask yourself, the manufacturers of the helicopter, are they in town? They should be part of the investigation.
Well, the helicopters are donated by the Chinese, so we hear.
Well,
the particular one, the Z9.
So the manufacturers should quickly be here. In fact, at any given time, when there's a crash like this, it is in their interest to come and join the investigation. Because as of now, we still don't even know what happened. And it is this collaboration between themselves and maybe other investigators from UK or America we would like to find out what it is. Because if, let's assume for a moment, the manufacturers have about 500 of these aircrafts running around the globe. And one is gone down, and you don't know what happened.
Another went down in Kenya.
Yes, it could well be that there's a malfunctioning within this aircraft. And that for lessons to be learned, you quickly need to fix it. We see that happening to aircrafts all the time. So they should be here. And then if they are part of the investigation, the talk and the misinformation and all the conversations that are not correct,
conspiracy
theories will have to be diminished. Because if we don't do that, you find that eventually these stories will go on for many, many years. And you know how persons have changed Ghana into a political football game and play everything football. We don't want that. If the investigation has to be done, we'll have to start from the pilots, from the aircraft itself, what happened from the communication from ground control and all that. And then the site that the air crash happened. What happened there? How did the aircraft fall? They have to measure all these things. Sometimes they rebuild their whole aircraft.
Yeah.
That tells us how the aircraft crashed. As of now, the misinformation is so much that people will end up believing what they see on TikTok and all that.
That's true.
I think
Social
government
media
will have to make a lot of effort in making sure that the investigation bodies, it's not only Ghana, but from international And then when it is presented, it looks more acceptable to the people. Absolutely. I think that's what we did.
Then it will give us some closure. Since we're on that, just before we move to the Asantehemaa passing, I want you to touch on the Prophecies, the presidency's special envoy that has brought out a statement about strengthening spiritual partnership for national direction and healing. It says that it's open. The Speaker of Parliament also advised that we should not ignore prophecies, and Afriyie Ankrah from the presidency saying that reviewing the prophecies is biblical, is not a threat to religious freedom. The sentiments that is it opening the floodgate for anybody to bring their prophecies or prophesy about ministers of state, prominent people, and all of that. So, Prof. Bruce, let me begin with you on this.
Okay. Well, prophecies has been with us since time immemorial. We've had prophets through whom God speaks to nations.
Prof, let me hold you so that we listen to the speaker and then I'll come to you further. Thank you.
They happened. But people should not be saying what they are saying. Because all the words of wisdom that God taught us says words that come out from our mouth. They are so powerful. They make and unmake everything in the world. The world itself was created by word. But Ghanaians, I can understand. We are spiritual people. We are very religious people. But I think we just read them like school. Instead of people learning from these lessons, they are out there playing the invincibility. As we grow old, the soul and the spirit dominates. When you get to a very advanced age, the spirit is stronger. Every elderly person will tell you. And so our people in the spiritual world, the imams, the pastors, the reverends, we should listen to them. It's not all of them who are looking for money. Don't take what they say for granted. If they say act, act. I listen to all. I myself have been threatened many times, and I've listened to the prophecies. I don't take them sleeping because that's their area.
The Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Albans Manakinsford Backbone. Prof. Bruce, you were talking about the prophecies.
Yeah, so truly we have prophets, and God at a point will choose someone to speak truth to somebody. But when you go into the Bible, God will not give a prophecy to any of his prophets for him to go and stand somewhere and say anything like that. When God wanted to speak to King Hezekiah, that it was time for you to die, therefore prepare yourself, he revealed that message through prophet Isaiah. He went to his palace, sat with him and said, King, this is what God said I should tell you. So King Hezekiah heard it and prayed and said, oh God, could you give me some more time? And God actually said, okay, stay. But what came out of that is a disaster. When King David also sinned, Prophet Nathaniel did not stand anywhere and say, oh, God said David sinned, did this. He went to his palace, gave him all the respect as a king of Israel, and spoke with me as well. He even spoke in parable. Then, in the end, said, you see, this is what you have done. And so he regretted. Prophet Ezekiel, God told him that if I reveal to you that somebody is doing something wrong, you must go to the person and correct him. But if you don't do it and the person dies, I will demand the person's blood from you. So God wants one-to-one revelation and interaction.
Right. Not
in
broadcast.
But what my colleagues, the religious professionals, are engaging in, to me, they may argue it. God cannot wait that it is only on 31st December every year that he will give prophecies to Ghana. What about the remaining days? We should be seeing and going about. You see, sometimes, as the speaker was saying, when these things are becoming too much, they are losing their own credibility and value. You see the point now?
I think that
Most of them are engaging in what we call probability prophecy. Every year, a prominent person will die. Is that not it? They say, hey, I said it. You see, probability, and when you toss a coin, it's either the head or the tail. It's there. So that's what they have been engaging in. They will say, oh, somebody is looking at me now, is suffering from headache, is suffering from fibroid. Millions of people watching you on television. It's not probable that one person is suffering from headache. Then somebody say, yeah, the pastor has seen me.
That's true.
Probability prophecy. Oh, there's somebody in Jowulu right now who has blue curtains. He is suffering from stomachache. The whole of Big Jowulu, is it not probable that one person is having a blue curtains on his window and is suffering from headache? These are all probability prophecies. Probability that you say all that.
Yeah.
So you see, the mainline churches, we have to respect them in Ghana. The Speaker of Parliament is a Roman Catholic. How many times will you see a Roman Catholic father saying all these things, 31st night?
But I'm sure he receives prophecies.
He receives
secretly
prophecies
in his room or his chamber. But
yeah. You see, then it's only these our independent churches that are engaging in this kind of competition. That I am the most prophet. When I say it comes to pass.
And maybe that's why it was banned, because at the time it was said that it was creating fear and panic.
Let me tell you, in the study of Voodooism, W.B. Cannon studied that it is not the curse which somebody plays on it kills you. It's the anxiety and the physiological reactions that follow.
Yes.
So they will end up killing people
Before their time.
And you say, oh, I've said it. It's not the prophecy that killed them. You see, when you see a prominent person, hey, is it me? Is it me? Because of that, anxiety has developed. And then the adrenaline and all those things. If you don't take time, you suffer a heart attack. Bang! So please, this probability prophecy must stop. If God revealed to you that somebody is going to die, go to the person. Go to who? Don't stand in your chapel somewhere I said it. That's not a prophecy, it's probability.
That's right.
Right. A job that you don't need a certificate for. A job where you can wake up from your room, take a Bible and call 5 women and give them white clothing and start hitting the tambourine. You get a church. Almost every street now has about 9 or 10 churches on the street. What is going on? Who brought this church here? The British brought it here some 300, 400, 500 years ago. Go to UK today and see whether they go to church like we do. And in the 17th century, they were habitual churchgoers. In the UK, everything was church. It was when Charles Darwin came and spoke about evolution. Charles Darwin and Isaac Newton and their science group. That has changed the world to what it is today in the way that you have a car, you have lights, you have telephone, you have all these mod cons that we have was the development of science. We thank science for COVID. When COVID happened, I don't know where the pastors were. Are they saying that we should leave the Kolebu and the rich church and the church and then go to church? Is that what they're saying? Compare science. And that's why I keep saying this. Science and religion must run in parallel lines. You can go to church. But science is the nearest to the truth. Is the nearest to the truth. You do not come and say things to me. No, I heard a story about a man who had a church, and he sent one of his proteges, go around the community and go and spy what happens in their houses. So the pastor has all the information. So he starts preaching and says, your husband, he's been fighting with you, and he has this girlfriend there, you too, this. He has information. And all the women will follow. I don't know what's wrong in women clamoring to the pastors. They listen to the pastors more than their husbands. They listen to the pastor more than the husband. And it's breaking up marriages. A lot of marriages are broken up by these pastors who at the end of the church stands in the corner. He has used skin cream to change his color, wears a shoe with a pointed, what we call. Look, listen, you must be educated. That's why we need to educate a lot of our people to make informed decisions about what life is all about.
They are vulnerable.
Yes, very, very vulnerable.
Right.
So please, 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 read a lot, learn a lot, and don't follow the crowd. And our women too, please, if you have a problem, try and think about it, see how you can solve it. Okay. The pastor is not the one who is going to solve your problem. All right. If you read psychology, I have a forensic eye. I can see things that a lot of people don't see. It's like a pastor who has read psychology in depth, you know, body languages, non-verbal communications, all that. I have all that in my head. So I do things and you think I'm a magician.
So if you become a preacher today.
Yes, you think I'm a magician. I'm not a magician. And some people have extrasensory perceptions. They can see things and, you know, and view things the way we do. Right. But to give wrong information and to assume that you are getting messages from God, which is false, it's very false. Don't do it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Please stop it.
Okay, stop it. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I want us to look at the passing of the Asantehemaa. Menace Palace announced the death of Asantehemaa Nana Kunedu Iyadom III. And so, in accordance with the Asante tradition and custom, they announced the death of the Asantehemaa. She passed away on Thursday, 7th of August 2025. The announcement was made at an emergency meeting at the Asantehemaa Traditional Council at the Menace Palace in Kumasi on Monday, that's yesterday, 11th of August 2025. And the Asantehemaa also revealed that the one-week traditional rite for the Queen Mother will be held on Thursday, 21st August, at the forecourt of the Menace Palace. The late Asantehemaa succeeded her biological mother, the 13th Asantehemaa, Nana Efia Kobisewa Ampem, who died in her sleep on 15th November 2016 at the age of 109. Nana Kunedu Iyadom III, who was also the elder sister of the current Asantehemaa, Odunfose Tutu, died at the age of 98 and was the 14th Asantehemaa in succession. Bruce, life well lived, 98.
Yeah, 98. Good old age. Well, once again, our condolences to the Ashantis for losing this Queen Mother. May her soul rest in peace. The Asantehemaa himself, he has done a lot, tracing back to those days of the educational fund that he has established. Through it, a lot of people were educated. So when we lose such people, we have to sympathize with them and pray for them that their soul may enjoy eternity. Right. So we pray that another person will be quickly selected to replace her, to continue the good works that they are doing for them. People like this are role models. So when they say she's 98, when I heard that, I say, hey, will I also live up to that age?
That's the prayer. Huh?
What might she be doing that pleased God so much that she lived up to that age? It all depends on how we take care of ourselves, how truthful we are, and how godly we are. Our yes on this earth must be yes, and our no must be no. If you know that something is not good, don't engage in it. Integrity has no level, either low or high. Integrity is integrity. So if you live a life of integrity, God himself will shower you with the blessings of many days.
Absolutely.
So may her soul rest in peace.
Let me go back just 2 minutes on the church matter. You know, when the church was created, the bishops were there and the Corinthians were there. If you go to a church like the Catholic Church or the Anglican Church or the Methodist Church, by the way the bishop preaches, by the way the songs are played, it is done in a way that it will go straight into your head. You understand? When you go to a place where shouting and screaming and making all this noise, I still don't get it. But you see, it's a place of bonding. The church is a place where a lot of people on social days don't have anywhere to go. They'll make friends there. They'll have groups that are helpful to themselves, and harvest groups, and all these groups that are there that they benefit from. Some people have girlfriends there. Some people get wives there. So it's an interesting place to be in.
Absolutely.
You know, so there are the ifs and buts about it. We are talking about persons who will take the microphone and go and sit on television and make all sorts of noises that we are not interested in.
Okay.
So let me go back to
Asantehemaa.
the Queen Mother. I hear she's the second most powerful person.
Well, Ashanti said that, oh, yeah, Asantehemaa, because of the inheritance.
And I didn't know a lot about her, but after reading a little bit, I was very impressed, not only about her, but the way the Ashantis manage their chieftaincy architecture.
Absolutely.
I hope we will learn, some of us will learn from it. And that they are the symbol of the throne.
Yeah.
And this quarrel of it is me, it is that. No, you can't do that. We must learn from them. We learn from good practices. And we thank God for her life. And I think it will be more of a celebration than wailing and weeping, because she's had a life, she spent it well. 98, if you get it, you must thank God for it. I wish I would get 90 for my 90.
Okay. I like us
but,
to.
As he said, that we need to learn something from them.
Right.
I think the way the Ashantis revere their chiefs and their kings, you can't find it anywhere.
No.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with those of us outside of Ashanti region? We don't treat our queen mothers with any kind of reverence.
Yeah.
They look so ordinary and walk among us, but not with the Ashanti. So, as they said, we have to learn something from them.
Okay. Yeah. We have to go, but I'll give you a minute each on the MPP not participating in the by-elections for Tamale Central. We are saying that with the manner in which the minister, the former MP, passed, they are abstaining from sending a candidate for that by-elections because they feel it will be polarized. The back and forth, the campaigning, all of that. The people are grieving. Ghana is grieving, and so.
Even if they win, it will serve them any purpose, really. But it's respectful to behave, to do something like that. And I hope that will be part of their scripts as we move forward, that the tensions should come down. This constant public announcements and PR, what we call, I think it's not interesting. They must be more constructive in their criticisms, and we'll all follow that. Because for the NDC to stand well, they need constructive criticisms, and that will let the country move forward. But if you are going to be so partisan, we will do it. Okay. And like I said last time, the people who win the elections are those who are in the Middle Ages, somewhere around the 20s to the 30s. They are more educated now, and so they will make informed decisions on what you say and on your policy. Okay. And not age or bodo, hello, ASEO and all that.
Okay, Prof.
Yeah, it's something that I want us to actually think through. Would they say that and that is the end? I think if they want to do that, they must ask official permission from the EC.
Okay.
You can't just say, so this because somebody died, I'm not going to participate. You need to ask special permission for you to be, because you are a recognized political party.
Right.
There's no law which says that if somebody dies, you should have sympathy and therefore you should not go into a contest.
From the by-election. Okay.
No. You cannot abstain yourself from by-election.
Okay. Absolutely.
Whether they participate or not, the amount that they will pay, EC must take it from them. Other than that, we are carving a new democracy for ourselves. Okay. However, sometimes it's good to act this way. We applaud them for trying to sympathize. That there will not be the need. They know what they are going to do. These political parties, NDC has lost, but when they are allowed to campaign now, you think nobody died. So it's good they keep their mouth and let peace prevail, so that whoever will replace Murtala will come to Parliament in peace. So, congratulations to them.
So, Matiti, have patience. Yes, sir. I wish you well. That's the way it is sometimes, but you get out of it, and most of us will get out of it in the next week or two.
We hope so. Thank you so much, and definitely our condolences are still with the bereaving families. That's it for the headline segment. I've been speaking to always do their expert analysis Mr. John Kukujana is a forensic psychiatrist specialist. And Professor Daniel Bruce is a clinical psychologist. Prof always drops the psychological words once in a while. But today he says go and look for the book, Do Not Be Sad.
Don't be sad.
Don't be sad.
It's a therapeutic book.
Therapeutic book. It will help you out of the doldrums. Up next, the conversation you don't want to miss. The former General Secretary of the MPP, the civil engineer, Engineer Kwabena J. Japong, a new dawn for MPPs. The question you'd want to get insights into his life and the race for the MPP presidential candidate with Mathaki. I am out to decide as that. Stay with us.